Leo Mercury. Leo Mercuries are very much into creative thought. Usually when they're in a room full of people, their mind comes alive. Their best thoughts come out when they're having a conversation or they are inspired by that energy of, well, for lack of a better term, the audience. But Leos can struggle to see the details. They are big picture thinkers. They often need somebody to kind of help them through all of those nitty-gritty details. Their ideas, because their mind works creatively, usually focus on an original thought, a new idea, or more often, it's a new presentation of an old idea. They all have an interesting spin on things. It's in a fresh, new way that makes that idea seem new. They are very idealistic. They like to win you over with their belief system. It's usually in terms of 100% optimism. They often don't really focus in on the negative. It can be very inspiring. That's why they make for great motivational speakers, bosses, advocates, salespeople, creatives, teachers, somebody that really needs to be that cheerleader to see the glass half full. Well, actually in this case, completely full. Because their mind comes alive through positivity, they are also very subjective. The thoughts that they will have often center around themselves, their life experience. So a great idea will come from an experience that they had and something that's very personal. Their memory is not so great. It's a little foggy when it comes to remembering random facts or things that are not involved in their direct passion in their life. So the worst thing about this position is that the ego is wrapped up in the mind. So if you are a Leo Mercury, you probably really want to defend your ideas and you'll be very hurt if anybody criticizes it. The way to really alleviate this is to know that this is an insecurity. I know, right? The more that you understand that it's an insecurity, it is what it is, then the more that you will be free from it. Everyone doesn't have to like your ideas. Just relish the times when they do. Another way to not become pompous about your ideas is to put them into something creative. Yeah, you can have someone judge your creativity, but there's really no right or wrong answer. Everybody knows that. Not to mention, it also feels more rewarding to a Leo Mercury. When they are inspired, they feel like they're on fire, like their mind is just lit up like a Christmas tree. And when they have that audience, their mind can just go at a speed that it usually doesn't go at, which can be kind of intoxicating. That's why it can get a little out of hand. Because honestly, Leo Mercuries don't usually feel like the smartest person in the room. So when they are on fire, it is very exciting and they want to reap the full benefit of it. They want to just use that chance to go to the top. So it's good for you Leo Mercuries out there to know that you are very intelligent. Your intelligence is just a creative intelligence. It might not be the book smart kind of thing that a Gemini Mercury has. And that will also make you feel like you don't have to defend yourself and that you can take more criticism because you have more confidence in your mind. When a Leo Mercury is in a room, they can feel out the audience. So they know how to tailor the message without even thinking about it. Their words, their communication just changes and fits the surrounding. And they get to know what they're thinking because they didn't even know what they were thinking until that exact moment, because that creative process is going at its full speed. A Leo Mercury always seems to other people like they're performing. It can be very entertaining. They know how to put on a show. For Leo Mercuries out there, it might be a good thing to work on your one-on-one communication skills. A Leo Mercury is always listening, but it's more of a passion energy that they're picking up on. Focusing your energy on the words might help in those one-on-one conversations. A Leo Mercury, I think, is essential when you're in a marketing think tank where you need to toss around ideas because they just keep things positive. They keep things inspired and going. It doesn't get too dry. They have a very fresh mind. The ultimate place for a Leo Mercury to get to is to where they can take criticism from an intelligent person that they respect and they can totally feel okay about it. When you get to that level, you know that you really are making the best of everything you have to offer. Criticism is a gift. It's a sign of respect. Nobody in your personal life is really going to invest the time to give you pointers if they don't feel like there's something really interesting about what you had to say. A Leo Mercury's voice comes across as authoritative. It sounds like they know what they're talking about. You get enticed into what they're saying. There's something very appealing and positive about it. It can also feel freeing. If you have a mind that is more constrained, a Leo Mercury can just kind of break you free from feeling confined. Their voice is usually very confident, it's very personal, it's very original. It's the kind of voice that makes you think anything is possible. Here I think of Robin Williams. It's a smiling voice, and sometimes can be very dramatic, especially when telling stories. They know how to tell a good story. They know how to take you along the journey and just make it seem more and more interesting, and then just leave you hanging right until they finally tell the joke. They don't go back and say, oh, I forgot this part. Oh, wait, let me go to, yeah, no. A Leo Mercury is not going to do that. They want to have that audience in the palm of their hands. Their voice can also be very disarming. There's a friendliness, a warmth to it, a compassion to it. You feel like you really have a friend there. All right, hope you guys like my take on Leo Mercury. Come back for the next video.